Hey everyone, how's it going? This is the Bald Metal Nerd coming at you with another video. Uh, this is the first bonus content of my top 50 series. I've already covered the top 50 in my collection. These albums that I'm going to show off didn't make the top 50 list for just a couple of different reasons. Mostly due to my own eccentricities, and I'm going to explain why. And at the end, when I show the last video, it's going to be one of my great shames. So you'll get one of those. Anyway, 3 albums that I just want to show off right away that would possibly merit inclusion on this, or in the top 50. But again, when you think of these guys, you don't think of these albums. You think of their bands that they are in. Bruce Dickinson's Accident of Birth. If you're a Maiden fan and you have not listened to Bruce's solo work, I'd highly recommend it. This and The Chemical Wedding. Absolutely mind-blowing stuff, and definitely worth hearing. But again, Maiden made it, but not this. Although if I was, focusing more on their solo work, this would have made it. Another one is same vein, Halford's Resurrection. This is one of the best Priest records ever. Ha ha ha. It's odd. Obviously, it's not Priest, but it definitely sounds like it. And again, it didn't make the list for the same reason the last record didn't make the list. And then this is the final one of this ilk that I'm going to show off. And because this guy, obviously known for his bands as well, but this is an incredible album. War Ordain's Praises to the War Machine. Absolutely fantastic, and if you like Nevermore, Sanctuary, or whatever, you should definitely give this a listen. Must, in my opinion, honestly, kind of must own for fans of those bands. But again, they just didn't make the list because they're solo work. So that's the only reason why. Now these next couple of albums I'm going to show off. The only reason they didn't make the list is some would argue maybe these aren't quite metal. And I wanted to the list I made, I wanted to make it very clear that it was heavy metal. I didn't want to get into like that borderline territory that's in between metal and hard rock. So this stuff could have made almost made the list, but didn't. And I just realized I didn't grab one off the shelf that I meant to. Pretend Faith No More is in this list, because I'd show you the real thing right now, but it's sitting on my shelf. I didn't grab it, so sorry. But I'll show off other things that kind of fit into that. Ugly Kids Joe's America's Least Wanted. This is absolutely great, but is it metal? Debatable. This next one, I consider this metal. Some people don't, but I definitely consider this metal. But again, I was kind of going with, what the quote accepted metal is. So, and this would have been fairly high on the list had it made the list, and that is Alice in Chains' Dirt. This is easily Alice in Chains' best album and a metal one in my opinion. Next one, this is definitely borderline, and this guy, he swings, but. Well, not just a guy. The band swings between being metal and not, so it makes the list. Alice Cooper's Last Temptation. I know it's an oddball for it to be my favorite Alice Cooper record, but it is. I love this. There's just something about it. Next one, again, kind of fits that borderline, and that's Therapy's Trouble Gum. Therapy is an absolutely fantastic band, and I would say they fall more on the metal side, but again, it could be argued either way, whether they're hard rock or metal. But anyway, this is great. And the last one, kind of this ilk, is I consider this metal myself. I consider this very metal, and this would be relatively high on the list as well. Some other people may not, but I do, and that is White Zombie's Astro Creep 2000. In my opinion, this is the best thing Rob Zombie's ever been involved with. Again, just opinion. So, there you go. And that covers those. Now, the next couple albums I'm going to show off are metal albums. I just wasn't sure where to put these on the list. or exactly how to put them, because again, I don't own many albums by these bands. Again, another crime, but if these would have made the list, maybe I'm just not sure where they would have made the list. So anyway, Savage's Handful of Rain, right here. Savatage is a pretty great band. I don't think they exist anymore. I know they haven't put out an album in forever, but definitely worth checking out if you like melodic, epic style metal. Next one is, of course, a modern thrash, kind of like another thrash slash death metal band, that's Toxic Holocaust. This is the only album of theirs I actually own. I need to get some more of their stuff. It's absolutely fantastic. And then the last one on this one, they're a pretty mainstream band, and they get a lot of hate in the metal circles, but I really like them myself, and that's Trivium. This is what is this? This is The Sin in the Sentence. It's the only Trivium album I have, but I really do like Trivium. A lot of people don't, but I dig it. I think I definitely like their sound. And then, of course, now we're going to show off my greatest shame. My greatest shame is I have a few albums by this band, but I misplaced them. And, you know, it's a pretty obvious godlike character did not make my original list, because I was too embarrassed to put this on the list, because it's the only album that I can find in my collection. And it's a best of Motorhead. I was too embarrassed to put a best of on there, right? I guess if I had to pick a favorite Motorhead album, it would be Iron Fist or Orgasmatron, maybe. I don't know. There's a couple. So anyway, that's it. That's ones that didn't quite make the list for whatever reason. You know, just I don't know why. So that's it. I hope you guys liked this. I know this wasn't nearly as organized as the other one, and that was in no particular order. They were just grouped together in different ways. So anyway, that's it. I hope you guys like that little bonus video on this stuff. My next video, I'm going to talk a little bit about my methodology and some trends I noticed in the listings, all that kind of crap. It's going to be a little bit of an analysis video. So anyways, I hope you guys like this. And as always, live long and prosper.